Ever wondered how individuals decide what is right or wrong? This is where ethics comes in. As a branch of philosophy, ethics plays a vital role in guiding our behavior and decision-making. It's all about systematizing, defending, and recommending concepts of right and wrong conduct. It's like a compass, pointing us towards fair, just, and moral choices. From everyday decisions to monumental dilemmas, ethics is the tool we use to navigate the complex maze of right and wrong decisions. Diverse philosophies guide the way we perceive and act upon moral dilemmas. Let's delve into some major ethical frameworks that have shaped our understanding of morality. Firstly, we have utilitarianism. This theory, championed by philosophers like Jeremy Bentham and John Stuart Mill, operates on the principle of the greatest good for the greatest number. In essence, utilitarianism advises us to choose actions that will result in the maximum happiness or benefit for the most people. Next, we have deontology. This term comes from the Greek word deon, meaning duty. Deontologists, such as Immanuel Kant, argue that ethical decisions should not be based on their outcomes. Instead, they believe in following certain universal moral rules or duties. For them, an action is right if it aligns with these duties, regardless of its consequences. The third theory is virtue ethics. This approach, rooted in the works of ancient philosophers like Aristotle, emphasizes the importance of character traits or virtues. Virtue ethicists argue that moral behavior springs from the development of good character traits, such as courage, honesty, and generosity. Lastly, we have ethical relativism. This theory asserts that moral standards are not universal and can vary across different societies or cultures. It argues that what's considered moral in one society might not be in another. Each of these ethical theories provides unique lenses to view and address moral dilemmas. Through these frameworks, we can navigate the complexities of ethical decision-making with a more informed perspective. Imagine being in a situation where you have to choose between two conflicting ethical principles. A classic example is the trolley problem. A runaway trolley is barreling down a track, heading straight for 5 unsuspecting workers. You're standing by a lever that can switch the trolley to a different track, but there's one worker on that track too. Do you pull the lever, intentionally causing one person's death but saving 5? Or do nothing, allowing 5 to die but not actively causing harm? This is a moral dilemma, a situation where there's no clear right or wrong answer, only tough choices. Each choice has ethical implications, and whichever path you take, you're bound to breach some moral principle. It's like being caught between a rock and a hard place, but with moral consequences. Moral dilemmas put our ethical compass to the test, demanding we make difficult choices. How do we navigate these moral quandaries? This question is where the moral decision-making process comes into play. It's not just about choosing between right and wrong, it's about balancing complex ethical principles. The first step is ethical analysis, where we examine the situation through the lens of various ethical theories. Are we going to prioritize the greater good, as in utilitarianism? Or is it about adhering to a set of moral rules, as in deontology? Perhaps it's about the virtues we want to cultivate, as in virtue ethics. Or maybe it's about the norms of our culture, as in ethical relativism. Once we've analyzed the situation, we then consider the potential consequences of our actions. What impact will our decision have on ourselves and others? Lastly, we evaluate our moral obligations. What duties do we have towards ourselves and others involved? As we journey through ethical dilemmas, our understanding of these ethical frameworks can guide us towards making informed decisions.